Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're just going to create a simple look today. Today is my oldest grandson's birthday. He's going to turn 26 years old. He's the one that is a firefighter. And I still remember when he was born, and I cannot believe this amazing young man is 26 now. He is such a special soul, always has been. I'm very, very proud of him, as I am of all my grandchildren. I've not been able to spend a lot of time with my younger ones lately, and I miss them so terribly. But hopefully that will change in the near future. So we're going to create, I went ahead and went into the makeup bag that I packed to take with me to Spain. And I pulled some stuff that I wanted to use. I want to tell you a little bit about my trip. And then there's something that I want to share with you, which I think is exciting, makeup-wise. Okay, don't get too excited. So anyways, this is going to be a little more lighthearted than my last video, which was the one about, you know, loss and coping with mental health, getting off antidepressants, which I will link below in case you're interested. You haven't watched it. And that was a hard video to do, but anyway, this one is going to be lighthearted. So I already put on my Easy Blur primer, because this tells you, they tell you to wait like, I think it's like 30 to 60 seconds or something. So I put it on a couple of minutes ago. I am going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur. I took both of these with me on my trip because I really wanted to test it a lot, so that I can include it in my favorite or fails. I really do like this combination, actually. I think that this is a really nice foundation and primer. I also used the foundation with a couple of different primers that are kind of similar. I used it with the Milk blurring primer, the one that comes in the black container, and also with the Cali Ray one. And it looked beautiful with that one too. So in case you already own one of those, I don't think you necessarily have to buy this one. The Easy Blur, it works just fine. I've also heard people say that Wet n Wild, I believe it's Wet n Wild, I have it but I haven't tried it yet, has a blurring primer that this works really well with. But I'm not recommending that one yet because I have not tried it. So this is a beautiful foundation. It really does a pretty good job of blurring. You know, I do have enlarged pores, so there's only so much that I can blur. But anyways, I like it. I really do. It held up really nice. The weather in Spain was absolutely beautiful. It was like mid-70s during the day and like high 60s at night in Madrid and Barcelona. Compared to here, it was like a cold front. So it was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. The flight there was amazing. Well, a long flight, but it was nice. It was uneventful. And of course, you know, I flew with my husband. On the way back, I flew by myself because he stayed behind to walk his Camino de Santiago. He is over there. He still has like 10 days left. So he's enjoying it. He's doing so well. He has walked so much. I'm so proud of him. I think that, you know, he's getting out of it what he thought he would. And yeah, I think it's, you know, I'm glad he was able to do it. I'm jealous that I was not able to do it, but let me move you up a little bit. I think that's better. But yeah, I would not be able to handle that with my back. It would have taken us 2 years to do that walk. So anyways, I want to try a new concealer today. The concealers that I took with me, I took the Yummy Skin by Dennis & Myricks, and this is a new one by Tarte, which is the Creaseless Creamy Tarte Concealer. I really like this. I love this one. This one I already knew I liked, but I really wanted to test this. I really like this. This is really good. It doesn't crease. It is very hydrating without being too hydrating that it's going to, you know, sink into your lines. We all have lines. Your concealer is going to go there. But I mean, it wasn't like super obvious or anything like that. So I really enjoy this concealer. But today I want to try this one. I want to try the coffee one. And I've heard this is a really nice concealer. I got this one in the shade, I think it's light medium. Cocoa Crush, which I think it was a light medium. And I want to go ahead and, lately I've been getting like my concealers way too light. And I don't like my concealers that light. I'm going to try this one without any kind of corrector to see how it works. And then if I feel that I need corrector, I would add a little bit. I'm only going to put it on one eye right now because I want to see how well it does. Usually after I use a concealer a couple of times, I know if I need a corrector underneath or not. So I think this one does pretty good by itself. This crevice right here is the one that looks super dark. So I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of the Dermatology. This is the Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41. I like it not only because it's a beautiful formula and it does a great job, but also because it has an SPF 41 and it's like a peachy color. This shade that I have, this one's a medium. I also have the light one. But I feel like the medium gives me a little more peachiness, which helps with the dark circles. So I'm going to put a little bit on this one before I put my concealer on. And the fact that it has extra SPF, we all need that, right? I did add a little bit of my LMS face oil on my under eyes because I explained to you guys before that lately, especially my left eye, has been very dry, like right here. And I don't know what the problem is. And I think I figured out why my pores have been so bad. And it is, it's my fault. I use Retin-A and I haven't used it in a while because I had to request for my doctor to send a refill. And I kept putting off sending that email for no reason whatsoever, just because I just didn't want to deal with it. So I finally did, and I need to start using it again. That really made a big difference on my enlarged pores. So I need to go back to that. So I was thinking the other night, what have I changed? Why are these things going crazy lately? Okay, you have changed using your Retin-A. I haven't used it in a good couple of months. So, you know, the stuff works, but you do have to use it. So anyways, back to my trip. So we left here on Wednesday. We flew to Miami. From Miami, we took a flight to Madrid. And when we got to Madrid, it was like 12:30 in the afternoon, their time. They're 6 hours ahead of us. So by the time we got to the hotel, we checked in, and then it wasn't a hotel. We got like an Airbnb. It was an apartment, and it was super nice. It was a 1-bedroom apartment, and it had a washer-dryer combination. You know, it was like one machine that did both, which was really nice because I was able to do like all my laundry before we left for Barcelona. And then they left us a fruit basket in the refrigerator and water, which I thought it was so nice, bottled water. And it was so nice to just do something extra to, you know, just get us started. So then we went to lunch, and over there the restaurants are different. Usually what stays open all day are bakeries, and then like bars that sell tapas. The bigger restaurants that sell like bigger meals, those open up later at night, and they have dinner over there like at 9 o'clock at night. And my husband and I try not to eat that late. You know, we try to, not a big meal. You know, we will go out and have like a tapa or something with some wine or beer or something like that, but not like a humongous meal at night. So the first place that we went to was recommended by the gentleman that checked us in. We asked him, hey, is there a place close by that you guys like to eat? We like to go eat when we go to other countries, or even other states where the people that live there like to eat. We don't like to go to, you know, touristy places. We like to keep it where the locals go. That's where you find the good food. So I'm going to use the RMS powder. I didn't take this with me because I didn't take anything large. I actually took my Kosas. I have a cloud setter that is a mini, and that's what I took with me. But today I want to use the RMS. I love this powder. So I'm going to use it under my eyes. And this is fine enough that I can actually use under my eyes. I'm going to end up with powder all over my shirt, I am sure. So anyways, we went and we had such a great experience. The waiter was amazing. He was funny. He was helpful. You know, we asked him for suggestions as to, you know, what to eat. I've never had beer as cold as the beer in Spain. I don't know what kind of refrigeration they use in the bars, but it's like every beer was so amazingly cold. It was great. Loved it. So then we walked around some, and then we went back to the hotel, and we rested a little bit. The place that we stayed in Madrid was amazing. It was in the middle of, I don't think you call it downtown, but I mean, there were so many bars and bakeries, and there was even a grocery store, you know, like a small market. It wasn't like a full-on grocery store. But I mean, we even went and we bought like some wine and cheese and wine and cheese, some like prosciutto and bread, and you know, like that night, I think that's what we had. And then we walked around, took pictures. My husband's the one that took most of the pictures, so I don't really have any pictures with me. But yeah, it was amazing. I'm going to put a little bit of this e.l.f. setting spray just to kind of like take a little bit of the powderness off. And this is such a fine spray. I love this spray. I love nothing. I don't know what I like more, the spray or the sprayer. It's amazing. So anyways, that was really super nice. So we were there 3 days. And then we took a bullet train to Barcelona. And 3.5 days, because we were gone 8 days, so you have to take travel time. So we took an early bullet train to Barcelona, 7 o'clock in the morning, and we got there like at 10:30. The train ride was really, really nice, except there was not that much leg room. I felt like I was on a plane with the leg room situation, like I'm getting powder over me. Alright, so we got there. Barcelona was beautiful. Now, in Madrid, every bar that you went to, when you order something to drink, they immediately brought out a tapa for you. It could be like nuts, or it could be olives, or they had the best olives in Madrid. Oh my God. They were not salty. They were super bright green, and they were like in this olive oil with spices. The best olives I've ever had in my life. So anyways, we went to, they do that in Madrid. In Barcelona, they don't give you anything. When you, I don't know why I'm putting more primer, because I don't think I need it. But, you know, when you talk and try to multitask, we all know I'm not very good at multitasking. I killed this eyebrow here because I was plucking it and I got lost in my own thoughts. And the next thing I know, it's like, girl, you took too much brow. So anyways, but the restaurants and the food was really, really good. We had a really good time. We met up with, Hector has a cousin that actually moved there from Cuba. And we were able to meet up with her and her husband and her daughter one evening. And we had drinks, and it was nice. It was nice to meet up with her. I had met her before. I went to Cuba like years ago. So that was super cool. Okay, so what I'm going to use on my eyes, this is from Lisa Eldridge, and this is a new release from her. She calls these, what does she call these? The Liquid Silk Liquid Eyeshadows. She already has some shimmer shades, but she released 5 matte shades. I ordered the 3 lightest ones, and I took 2 with me to Spain. Those were the only 2 eyeshadows I used the entire time. I didn't take a palette with me. I took this, and then I took a shimmer in case I wanted to add a shimmer. And then I figured with my bronzer and everything else, I can do something more. But this is what I used the whole time, the 2 that I took with me. These are so beautiful. You actually don't need to prime your eyes with these. So all this extra stuff I have on my eyes, it's really not necessary. You can use these as a shadow. You can use them as a primer. They are supposed to be mature lid friendly. They smooth out your lids. They don't crease. They don't fade. They just stay looking beautiful the entire time. And I will attest to that these are amazing. When I got back, I tried doing it from Spain, but it kept taking me to the European website, and I couldn't get it to work because I wanted to order the 2 darker shades. So when I got back, I did order the 2 darker shades, and I have them already, and they're absolutely gorgeous also. These are so good, so easy to use. I think these are my favorite matte liquid shadows. They are amazing, and your lids look so smooth. Look at this. So you can use them as a shadow, like I said. You can use them as a primer for your eyeshadow and just, you know, build your powder shadow on top. Today I want to just use it as a shadow. I am going to use a new shimmer that I ordered that I want to share with you guys. And I may use a little bit of bronzer in my crease. But this is like amazing. Love, 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 love. So, anyways, we were there for 3.5 days. We took another train back to Madrid the day before my flight left. I left on a Thursday. It was Thursday last week. Well, when I was in Spain, I started getting some notifications on my phones that there were sandbags were going to be available, and I'm going like, Hector, there must be some kind of a storm at home. So we looked it up and we saw, no one had told us anything because I guess they didn't want to worry us about the hurricane. Hurricane was it Helena or whatever. So anyways, there was really not much we can do from there. So I flew back on Thursday while the hurricane was hitting our area. And my flight, I got to, because of the time difference, I left Spain on Thursday and I arrived in Miami on Thursday. My plane, that was like the worst experience of my whole life. You guys, I've been to several airports. The worst airports I have been to, I got them on the Strip. The Miami airport and the Madrid airport. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, I have a really bad back. So we had reserved a wheelchair to take me from the airplane to the gate where I needed to take my other flight, okay? And at every airport, we reserved the wheelchair. Okay, when we got to Madrid, the gate we got off, we landed at, it was like there was nothing there. Okay, I want to share this with you. I shared the Hourglass ambient lighting palette with you the other day, and I've been thinking, what else is out there that I love, that I think is amazing quality, and that is a lot more affordable? Okay, I remember I purchased this, I believe it was last year, from Laura Geller. This is the Cheek to Chick Tropical Glow Face Palette. 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, 2 bronzers. Okay, this was like on sale, and I think I got it for like $40 or something like that. Okay, still not drugstore, but you get a lot for your money. And the Laura Geller formula is totally amazing. Now, I looked it up. She has a couple of things that have been released already. I'm going to put pictures of it here. And it's a lot less money than the Hourglass. But it's still early. She may still come out with something like this a little later. So this is what I'm going to use on my face today. Laura Geller, to me, has one of the best formulas out there. So I'm going to use, there's 2 different bronzers. I'm going to start with this one, Honeysuckle, which is the lighter one. And, yeah, so anyways, I had to walk like half a mile before we were able to get some help. And this bronzer has like a little bit of pink, which I love. And we finally got some help, and they got me the wheelchair and whatever, and, you know, then things were okay. On the way back, we got the wheelchair. They took me to, you know, my husband couldn't follow the way because once you get to where you have to check in, where TSA is, you know, you can't go any further. So the young man that took me, he took me to the gate, And he goes, okay, can you walk the rest of the way to the plane? So I said, yeah, I mean, it's not that far. I can walk some, but I can't walk like half a mile or anything like that. And that's what those airports were, at least. So I go down to the end of where normally you will find the plane. And there were 2 flights of stairs going down to the ground. And then from there was like a little bus that we all got in. That took us to somewhere on the tarmac where there was a big plane and there were stairs that you had to climb up to get into the plane. So I'm like, what are people that really can't walk, that really are in wheelchair? How do they get into this plane? I didn't see any kind of special access. I'm sure that has to be, right? I found that Spain is not very handicap friendly. You know, I didn't rent anything to, you know, I was able to walk and, you know, just rest whenever I needed to. But I mean, like, bathrooms are not handicap friendly. They don't have, I didn't find like handicap stalls or anything like that. I don't know, people that are handicapped in Spain, if you live there, let me know. Am I missing, did I miss something? Is Spain handicap friendly? I'm not, you know, trying to badmouth Spain because I loved it. I love to go back. It was amazing. But wow. So anyways, we get on the plane. It was not the plane that I had reserved. We flew Iberia Airlines, and I still need to call them about some issues, but really have been putting it off. Well, they apparently give their flights out to a lot of planes. This was an airline, I can't even tell you what the name is now. It was a very strange name, never heard of it before. Huge plane. What I had reserved was, which was kind of like the same kind of seating that we had on the way over. They had like, both sides had like, the rows were only 2 seats. The middle had 6 seats. Okay, this one had, I had reserved the aisle side, the aisle seat in a 2-row. And it was like one of those emergency exit things so that you have more leg room. Okay, I got sat in a 3-seat row by the window. I couldn't change it because it was a full plane. And the space, okay, I know planes usually don't have a lot of leg space. But everyone was complaining because when they brought out the food, you didn't even have enough room to open your food tray. The food tray kind of like opened into, you know, like it folded in the middle and then opened. Okay, you can only open it halfway. You couldn't open the whole thing because there was not enough room. And if the person in front of you decided to incline, or what is it? Incline? Decline? I don't know. Her seat, she was literally almost, you know, on my face, in my face. Okay, I'm gonna use this right here. This one is called Tropic Hues, and I actually have this in a single blush. But I love her formula. I think it's beautiful. So that was the longest 9.5 hours on a plane. The food was horrible. I didn't even, I always order the vegetarian when I'm on a plane because I figure that's the safest food to have. And I ate like only the pasta dish, and then they gave you pasta, like with some veggies in it and a tomato sauce, and then they gave us some potato salad. I did not eat that. And some unrecognizable mousse or something. Didn't even try it. Okay, then I'm gonna try this French vanilla as my highlighter. Anyway, it was horrible. It was a horrible, nightmarish. And then I was worried about my home and my family and the storm. And when I was at the airport, they had told me that my flight to Tampa had been canceled, and then it had been rescheduled for the next morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then as soon as I got to Miami, I got another notification that my flight for Friday morning at 6 o'clock had been canceled, and there were no additional flights to Tampa until Saturday. I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to go into Honey Dipped, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my crease. So anyways, when we got to Miami, I was fortunate enough that the young man that came with a wheelchair, he was amazing. He was a Cuban young man, but he was like so helpful. You know, he told me, he took me through TSA, and in Spain they had told me to not to worry about my bags, that those will be sent straight to Miami. So when I went through TSA, through customs, the lady told me, you better go check for your bags, because I'm pretty sure they'll probably be here. So anyway, he took me, my bags were there. He took me to the hotel that is at the airport. And of course, they're running out of rooms because there's so many people stranded. Everybody's flight, you know, to a lot of places were canceled because of the storm. So the gentleman, when I got to the counter, I was trying, while I was waiting, because there was a huge line, I was trying to reserve a room online, and it kept kicking me off. It wouldn't let me. So anyway, when I got to the counter, he says, all I have left is just a small room with a twin bed. So I said, I'll take it. Okay, that was like a big closet that they converted into a room. But hey, it had a clean bathroom, a clean bed, terrible lighting. I really never stayed in a place like that. But I felt very blessed to have a room to stay in, to be able to relax. All right, so I think that this is all I want to do with this. And now I want to try this new shadow. This is from Coffee, and I actually saw, who did I see? I don't know, I saw somebody online. So somebody's video trying this, and this looked beautiful. And then I was looking it up, and this was actually one of the Allure Beauty Award winners for the Mature Eye Friendly Shimmer. So I said, okay, win-win-win. So I'm going to take, she did it with a finger. I'm going to take just a tiny bit. I'm going to try with a brush. I'll see what happens. I don't want to put a lot. I think a finger is going to have to do it. Okay. Oh my gosh. And this doesn't, or it's not supposed to, like get all over your face, because it's like almost like it comes, it's kind of wet when you put it on. You know, it's not like a loose glitter. So it's supposed to stay in place. So I don't want to put a lot because I'm not going to a disco tonight. We're just going out to dinner. But I think that's very pretty. Okay, let me take a little more on my other finger. My daughter and son-in-law were there like the next day by 11 o'clock in the morning. And we stopped for lunch and then drove home. There was nothing wrong with my house. I found out afterwards my grandson, the one that was a firefighter, they had called him in to work. It was his day off, but you know, it was all hands on deck. And he had a very long day, you know, 23 calls, no sleep, and even a structure fire. But he was safe, so all was good. But anyway, he told me that after his shift ended, he had gone by my house to make sure everything was okay. So he really is an amazing young man. This eyeshadow is gorgeous. I got another one also that's like a purple. But this is very pretty. I like it. Alright, so I'm going to put in my inner corner, I should have brought an extra brush, but I didn't. So let me see if I can wipe something here. I'm going to take the highlighter, the French Vanilla, and just apply a little bit here. So it's been weird without my husband all these days. Gosh, so next month is going to be 50 years we've been together. And we've never been apart like this. Well, one time, years ago, I got a job that I had to go to California for 2 weeks for training. That was for a job, but this is like so weird not having him around. You know, now we're both retired, so we're around each other all the time. Okay, I took this pencil with me. This was recommended to me by two of my friends, Kat from Cat's Eye Beauty and Des. And this is the Laura Mercier brow pencil. And I have mine in warm brunette. And it is called the Laura Mercier brow pencil. So I like it because it's not very waxy. It's more like almost like a powder, but it doesn't come on like super strong. You know, like sometimes you get some pencils that are so waxy that you can go overboard really, really quick. This one is not like that. This one really gives you the time to work with it, and it doesn't get to be too much. So I took this with me. I also took a brow gel with me, a tinted brow gel, and I used that most of the time because I'm lazy and that was quick. But I really like this pencil. So I'm going to link it below, and I'm also going to link their channels. They both have amazing channels. They're both, Des is, I think she's around my age. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful accent. And I think you guys will enjoy her. She's very calm, very soothing, very easy to listen to. And I really enjoy, you know, her videos. So I think that you will too. And Kat, you guys know that I love Kat. She is beautiful. She loves reviewing like foundations, new foundations, affordable and, you know, mid-range. She is mainly what she does. And she does, you know, get ready with me and easy everyday looks, and she's amazing. She's recovering from her surgery, and she said that she will be filming soon because she's feeling better. So I can't wait to see her back. Not just because I miss her, but because if she's back, then that means that she's feeling really, really well, which I think is a win-win. Alright, so I'm going to use the NYX Control Freak on my brows. This is just a clear brow gel. I wish they would make this brush smaller. If they made this brush smaller, it would be so amazing. I don't know why they haven't yet. Why, NYX? Come on. You can do that. You can make the brush smaller. I'm going to blend this a little more. I think it needs to be blended a little more. Guys, I started using some stuff that I want to share with you, but I wanted to use it a little longer before I wanted to see if there was going to be some improvement before I shared it with you. For my hair, but I'm actually starting to see baby hairs. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about it pretty soon. I was lucky. I had bought some of the products myself, and then they sent me some NPR. So yay, because it's pricey, but I decided to give it a try. Okay, so I need mascara. So I'm going to use the Lancome Hypnose Drama. This is the one, the last one that they released. I really like this. I actually took a deluxe size with me on my trip, and then I took the Thrive Cosmetics for my lower lash line. Okay guys, so this is 2 coats. I'm gonna try put it on, and I already put the Thrive on the bottom lashes. But I like this mascara, and I think it's gonna get better even when it dries out a little bit. It's still a little too wet, and I think mascaras do well when they're not as wet. But I've been able, well, let me finish before I make that claim. Yeah, I've been able to put it on without getting it all over my face. I wanted to finish because I usually end up with mascara all over my face. So the concealer is looking okay. It's creasing a little bit, like right under my lash line. But that could be because maybe I didn't set it as well down there. I'm afraid of getting mascara. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the lips now. And I'm going to use this lip liner from I always want to say Hourglass. It's Makeup Forever. I don't know why. This is in Wherever Walnut. I do have a little bit of lip balm on from Lawless. This is a little light. Let me use another one. This one is from Catrice, the plumping lip liner in the shade Go All Out. Okay, and the lipstick that I am using is this one of the new ones from Fenty, and this is in the shade Spiced Gold or Gold, one of the two. I will link it below. These are so nice. They are really shiny. They feel really nice on the lips. They taste nice. I'm going to take the Forever Walnut again. So this is my look. I think I've got everything right. So this, I mean, for me to swatch it for you, you can't get this one now. But if I see them release another one like this that brings as many of them, I mean, you can get it for less than half the price of the Hourglass, and the quality is amazing. I will let you guys know. I'm going to put a little more of setting spray on my finished face. I'm going to cover my mascara because I don't want that to run. And I think we are done. I love, love, love this. I'm going to swatch it for you. This coffee. See, it's like a putty almost. It's like wet. Look at that. That is so beautiful. This is in the shade Sona. I will link it below. They do have several shades, but this one looks beautiful. And this one is the one that, gosh, what is her name? I will link her channel below. She showed it, and then I saw that it was on the Allures Best of Beauty for mature women. So, hey, can't beat that. So I have one last funny part of my trip. It wasn't funny at the time, and it was disgusting, but okay, I felt where I was sitting that I was trapped, okay, by the window. Two people on this side, a Latin couple that were super sweet, super nice, not too talkative, which is fine with me. But I took a book to read, but I mean, that was uncomfortable because I'm not exaggerating, guys. It was hard. You know, it's almost like you have to have the book right here because it was like no room. But anyways, one of the funny things is she was very chummy, very lovey-lovey with her hubby. Does that rhyme? Lovey-lovey with her hubby. Okay. And she kept, trying to snuggle up to him, put her head on her shoulder. Every time she did that half of her butt would go into my seat. So it's like, I don't have a small butt myself. So it's like, okay, I didn't complain. I just kind of try to scooch over a little bit closer to the plain wall, whatever. But then the worst part of the story is that there was someone in our proximity that kept passing gas. 4 times, guys. 4 times. This person passed gas. Okay, no one should have to be tortured like that on a 9.5-hour flight. Towards the end of our flight, they came around giving us, they wanted to know if we wanted a snack, and it was like a ham and cheese on a little baguette. I took that and put it in my purse. I figured I would have it when I got to my room. and I took one of the little bottles of wine and I stuck that in my purse too. Okay, I needed that bottle of wine by the time I got to my room. I actually probably needed a regular sized bottle of wine by the time I got back to my room. It was the worst airplane experience I've had in my life, and I felt so bad for the staff on the plane because people kept complaining, and they have no control over that. And they were very sweet, and they were really trying to give us like as much to eat or drink as we wanted. And you know, what can they do? They didn't build the plane. But anyways, I didn't complain. I didn't. I was nice, but I was miserable. Okay? So that is the end of my story. Loved Spain. Love to go back. I would love to go back to other cities. Actually, when I went, initially we were just going to go to Barcelona, and then we decided to split our trip. When I went, I really thought I was going to love Barcelona more than Madrid. But after being there, I think I like Madrid a little more. Barcelona was beautiful. It's on the ocean. And we went to a mall shopping for little gifts to bring to our grandkids and stuff. And it was right on the water. And we ate at a restaurant outside. And there was yachts and stuff like that. It was beautiful. Okay, but I just think I like the vibe of Madrid better. Anyway, if you're from Spain, love your country. Can't wait to go back. Was not disappointed. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.